What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful.com, here with a name you know, and you know him because he can eat many Arby's roast beef sandwiches without the bun, as highlighted on Wrestling Road Diaries. It's Doc Gallows. How you doing?
So many roast beef sandwiches without the bun. I'm still doing that to this day, by the way. I've taught my son the same trick, and I'm like, look, dude, you're allowed to eat bread. You don't have to throw the buns out the window because dad does, but he's all the way in on it. He's bunless.
So I would always, I mentioned to you, I would always ask Colt Cabana every interview we did, who could eat more, random wrestler or Luke Gallows? One of them was Grado, and he goes, well, Grado isn't going to throw away the bun. Grado is going to pick up the buns that Gallows throws away, so it's going to be Gallows. You're going to be able to put more down.
I think so, too. And I remember at the time, I think Colt's more fitness conscious now, but I believe he was eating my buns. If memory serves correct. And I don't know if that was on camera or off, but he's like, you're wasting so much bread.
Yeah.
I'm going, I can't eat the bread, man. I don't wear it well.
You got a ton going on. You've got a ton going on. Bound for Glory, October 24th, pay-per-view. We're doing a post-show as well. Lots of coverage heading into that. You got TalkNShopAMania 2. And we're going to do a post-show for that, too. We're actually going to, as soon as it's over, we're going to rewatch it live and react to everything on Fightful.
Oh, I love that. It's like Mystery Science Theater 3000 with a terrible wrestling pay-per-view on. Because the hashtag is going to be worse than the first. We're going to start really pushing our promotion full gear after we get through Bound for Glory this weekend, being the biggest Impact pay-per-view event of the year. Once we're through that, we're going to start full-blown pushing TalkNShopAMania 2. And, man, I did the commentary on it, and that was my first rewatch, and it's worse than the first. But it's like the first one. You're laughing for maybe all the wrong reasons, but it's still funny in my opinion. So
if it's worse than the first, Paul Lee's entrance is going to be 6 minutes instead of 5 minutes, 4 seconds this time.
My God, the Paul Lee segment. I think we topped the first one by far with what we have. Really? Paul's bringing an entourage. It's going to be good stuff.
I'm so excited for that. So leading into that, like maybe a month and a half before that, I had interviewed Air Paris.
Yes.
Just randomly. I was like, I saw him comment on something, and I was like, dude, I want to interview you. And he's like, man, nobody wants to hear from me. And I said, I do, and I run the website.
Course. One half of Air Raid.
I love it. I mean, there's plenty of meat on the bone there, regardless of what he thinks. And maybe like a week before, or whenever you all were filming, he's like, man, hold off on running that interview. There's a good reason. And he wouldn't tell me. And I'm like, what is he up to? And then I see him on TalkNShopAMania.
What a great cameo by Air Paris. And of course, we're loaded down with cameos in TalkNShopAMania 2. That's how the budget got so damn big, was because we go, well, it'd be cool to have this guy on. It'd be cool to have this guy on. Next thing you know, there's 40 guys. I'm going, well, I don't know about all this. But yeah, Air Paris is a friend of the program. I actually wrestled him on one of my Lariato shows for Impact Plus, which it's up now, Impact Plus, $7.99 a month, every pay-per-view in Impact history, plus lots of great events. But my Lariato Pro shows are on there, and there's a match with Air Paris and myself that you can check out on the Impact Plus app right now. So,
I love it. One of the great dudes in wrestling, that guy. And I watched Full Keg this week.
Another shit show.
I watched Full Keg this week. Boy. They're just letting you do anything you want, huh?
It has been a lot of fun. It's been very exciting. The feedback from Full Keg was absolutely great. I don't know if it did a number or not yet, but I think there was some self-critique in there. We might need to tighten up that format a little bit. We obviously had a hell of a lot of fun doing it if you watched. If you didn't, go back and check it out. But that was a blast. It was fun to have that freedom. And, I think we learned a lot from that special. So hopefully if and when another special comes down the pike, it'll be even better than that one was. But that was a lot of fun. And it is Impact Week on Access TV. I know there's a documentary special on tonight that's a little more serious. I think it covers Eric Young and Rich Swann's story, along with the Deonna Purrazzo story, which great stuff leading into Bound for Glory. And then, of course, Saturday night, 8 p.m. on pay-per-view and via iPay-per-view on the Fight app, 4-way Impact World Tag Team title match. Myself and the Machine Gun Carl Anderson, I'm going to put us over first, the Good Brothers, versus the North, versus Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. And then, of course, the defending champions, the Motor City Machine Guns. So I know for a fact that's going to be a hell of a match. I'm very excited to participate in it. And if we are victorious, when we are victorious, we will be, I don't even know if this is a thing. I'm just saying it. Triple Crown World Tag Team Champions, you know, IWGP, WWE, and now Impact. That we need that for the mantle. We need that.
Grand Slam. You all won Quizzlemania last week.
Well, yeah, you know, I didn't even put that into it. I mean, Lariato tag titles, Quizzlemania tag titles, and now here we go for the Impact tag titles. It's a hell of a month for the Good Brothers.
It is a good month. So not to lean too much on WWE, but coming from a place like that where a lot of people complain about being creatively stifled, you guys are being given an awful lot of freedom right now. And look at Deonna Purrazzo. She was we joked on our interview that she was 0-20 on WWE TV, and she laughed about it. She ain't 0-20 anymore, and she's in ridiculous shape right now leading in. She signed a new contract. They were willing to put the title on her without a contract. She was so good. And you guys are in main events on Impact every week. It's like it's
been great, and you know, she's really flourished since making the move to Impact. You know, a lot of people will say, and you hear these interviews and stuff, and when you leave, you either hear some bitterness or you hear, I'm glad that happened. But like, I honestly, it's been the best blessing of my entire career. It's the most creative freedom we've ever had in our entire careers. Like, you know, we're launching this whiskey brand. We have a bottle signing Friday night. This interview will drop on Friday, but we have a bottle signing at Leatherwood Distillery in Pleasant View, Tennessee. You can come out and get the first batch bottles out there, or you can email talknShopAds@gmail.com and reserve a first batch bottle. But, you know, they're letting us push this stuff on television. They're letting us push our beer. They're letting us just really grow this brand and mutually promote each other. And I couldn't be happier to be wearing the Impact hat. And again, like on the Deonna thing, I mean, what a great story there is there. And to actually see her go out there and perform at the level that she deserves to be able to be showcased on, I think is a complete blessing. And hats off to Don Callis, Scott D'Amore, all the brass over at Impact Wrestling for, you know, being wrestling purists and seeing it for what it is, and giving people a chance to really go out and get over on their own and not just portray a character. I portrayed a character for a lot of years, and it's fun to be me now. So it took a long time, but I'm thankful for it.
One of the things I like about Impact, it doesn't seem like anyone is ever permanently slotted in something. Like, for example, Rohit Raju is the X Division champion. He was losing an awful lot on TV a year or two ago. You got Sami Callihan, who was the top of the card. He's cornering Ken Shamrock this weekend at Bound for Glory. Nobody is fixed to one certain thing and has to be anchored to that. It seems like there's a lot of room for flexibility there.
There's a lot of room for movement, and we have such a versatile roster that you can plug people in anywhere. You keep them viable on the television show. And I mean, I can see Sammy jumping right back up the card, you know. It's weird because
he dropped about 25 pounds in the last month and a half too.
He looks great. I saw the tweet there a month or so ago about he was getting back in singlet shape, and not to give away too many surprises, but I may or may not have seen him at the filming of TalkNShopAMania 2. And I'm like, dude, look at you. Like, you true to form. I love it, man. Everybody's getting in shape. Everybody's motivated. It's a motivated roster. It's a motivated brand. I said it on Full Keg and it got a lot of play, but if you're sleeping on Impact Wrestling, it's time to wake up. I truly believe that.
And we've seen a lot of people that were free agents kind of come in and do different things.
Yeah.
Like we've seen you all doing what you do, which is consistently entertaining. We've seen Heath doing what he does, which is consistently entertaining. But we've seen EC3 do something completely different. We've not seen him do that. It seems like a lot of places would be happy with everybody playing the hits, but they're switching up the formula a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing. Like that's kudos to EC3. I mean, he's always been one of the great promos of the business, but now you're seeing another layer of that, another character layer. And Impact was cool enough to go, yeah, we'll do this deal with you for whatever time period it's going to be. And then, yeah, go over here and do Ring of Honor. Like, it's cool to kind of have those options and stuff. And then another, you know, it's no secret that he's a buddy of mine, but I've thought that his talent was slept on for a long time as well, as Brian Myers, the most professional wrestler. And you're seeing him deliver these I hate to put a star rating on anybody, but I guess a 5-star performance or,
Yeah.
a top of the line performance where he can go in there and carry a main event and do great. And, I'm proud of these guys. I'm proud of our roster, and it's fun to be on a team that is in there consistently swinging. Nobody has a bad idea. Everything's up for discussion, and it's been great. So.
Did you ever hear that Vince thought that EC3 sounded like a weatherman?
No, but that's of course he said that.
One of the best promos in wrestling. They're like, he sounds like a weatherman. Oh my God. And to your point about Brian Myers, like the guy I listened to his toy podcast for the love of God.
Oh, he's great.
I didn't have an interest in wrestling figures 5 months ago, and now I do. I'm interviewing the guy at a toy store next month, for the love of God. But he and Cardona will talk about figures on their show, and the price rises. It's
it's insanity. He came in my basement. He goes, "Bro, you got all these elites down here, bro. These are worth like $100. Let me throw them in my private group on Patreon or whatever it was." And I go, okay. And he goes, "Hey, they're all sold. You need to come in your basement and sign them." And I'm like, "We're cooking dinner, but okay, cool, great."
That is amazing.
So yeah, he loves it, man. It's fun because it's a lot of like-minded, super motivated individuals and talents right now, and everybody's throwing stuff at the wall. Some of it's sticking, and we're just going to keep doing that and keep the momentum going. You brought up the weatherman thing. One of my favorite characters and one of my favorite projects that we're doing right now. If you haven't seen it, check out The Real Gimmicks. It's our animated selves coming to light. You got Machine Gun Carl Anderson as his alter ego, Chad Too Bad. You have Rocky Romero as Chico El Luchador. Myself, of course, as Sex Ferguson. Then you slide Enzo in there, who may be even better in animated form than he is in real life. And then Lisa Ann, who, if you don't know who Lisa Ann is,
come on,
Google
our demographic. Our demographic.
Yeah.
Come on.
We all know who Lisa Ann is. And I went, how the hell did we get Lisa Ann? This is great. And like the number of guest stars that are signing on to this thing that I can't even say anything about. And then seeing Scott D'Amore animated with a huge pop for that. I thought that was great. But Mr. Mick, holy hell, I can't get enough. I have no idea who's voicing that, by the way.
So you mentioned the animated series. I was able to get we were all able to get a look at that on Full Keg. You do have TalkNShopAMania. When's TalkNShopAMania going to get that Saudi Arabia money? When are we going to see TalkNShopARabia?
TalkNShopARabia. Let's do TalkNShopARabia. Dream matches for any prince with an unlimited budget. You can have Sex Ferguson versus anybody from the past, present, or future. I don't care if we have to dig them up, because I saw a potential card years ago for a Saudi Arabia show where a couple of the brothers had passed away, but they just thought their money could buy whatever they wanted. So why not? It's fine.
Was that something that you heard came directly from him? Because there were those rumors that they were like, get Yokozuna on the horn. And I got to be thinking, if Falaba hears that, he's like, come on, pick me. I'm the one. Give me that payday.
Yeah, I got you, brother. I always heard that. I was never in any booking meeting for it, but there were a lot of funny, I don't know if it's funny or tragic, but there was a lot of that I heard going on throughout the Saudi negotiations, among other things. So.
Do you think they would do a ball for a ball match in Saudi Arabia?
I don't know if that is necessarily a ball for a ball match's demographic. As great as a ball for a ball match is, and I've participated in one now, which you'll see Friday, November the 13th at 10 p.m. on Worldwide Pay-Per-View and via the Fight app on iPay-Per-View. Of course, if you haven't bought it already, you can pre-order on Fight. But I don't know, man. I think that we might be stepping outside of our comfort zone trying to pull that off in Saudi Arabia. Maybe 10 years from now. I hope so.
So let's see. Like, I'm looking up and down the TalkNShopAMania roster for dream matches. Who could you guys fly in? What would be your TalkNShopARabia main event? I think you all could do, because you don't have the rights to Kane or fake Kane. You do fake Kane against Stang.
I absolutely love that. There's a great Stang cameo in TalkNShopAMania 2, Rise of the Torturer. The Torturer is getting a lot of love. I don't know if people are going to get that or not, but when you talk about cameos coming out of the woodwork for this guy, for the ball for a ball match, and then also, I watched the death match that we've been talking about, the Lucha Libre death match between Chavo Guerrero and Chico El Luchador. And I said, guys, this is too high effing quality to be on TalkNShopAMania. Like, I feel like I'm watching a good movie. You're taking me out of what I need here. I need this to be shit, and it's not. So if that doesn't entice you to buy, then I don't know what will. It's $14.99. You can't be too mad at us if you don't like it.
Did you lose money like Enzo said you would?
I actually did not, but that was good for his promo.
It was good for his promo. I mean, you've got a wide array of people. Rapid Delivery, Rory.
What a star in the making. What a 22 years too late star in the making. What a 43-year-old. I'm going to call him a rookie. This is his breakout year. A 43-year-old breakout rookie, Rory Fox.
That line might have been my favorite, where he goes, "Opportunity, I'm 43."
Or 44 or whatever.
44, yeah, 44.
I think he's 44. I'm 44.
Okay, so I'll ask you, did you grow up watching him on MTV True Life like I did?
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. I knew exactly who Rapid Delivery Rory Fox was. And then later on, you know, Carl and I become a team. We have the obviously very similar personalities and senses of humor. And I said something about the MTV special because, you know, Carl originally, he was doing some training at Les Thatcher's place. Yeah. So, like, he knew, like, remember the Matt Talagia guy who's like, you got to have the shoulders and the eyes. Like, I was in high school when that was all going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, you know Rapid Delivery Rory Fox and GQ Masters the Third? And, like, I remember all these guys to this day. And he's going, oh, yeah, bro, I know Rory. And Rory came and met us on the road one night. And I ended up in, like, some dive bar with Rory until about 3 o'clock in the morning. And I saw – not only was Rory ridiculous, but his energy was insane. Like, we're sitting there having a couple beers, and he looks at my phone. He goes, "Oh my God, Matt Hardy just texted you randomly. That must be nice, bro." And I'm like, "Oh boy, I forgot Rory's a Blithering Mark too," which is awesome. I love that.
So Les Thatcher's, well, where it was about 45, 50 minutes for me, and I was shocked. Like, there have been like 3 or 4 people throughout like the last 10 years. Oh, you cover wrestling? Do you know a guy named Carl? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And they're like, I trained with him, man. It'll be like a 6'8", like 130-pound guy, or it'll be like a dude jacked to the gills. Like, you never know who it might be.
It's gonna come out of the woodwork. It's funny too because it's, you know, I started like around Maryland and West Virginia, and then, you know, went up and down the East Coast those first few years when I was still a teenager. And I've heard some guys say that they trained me, and I'm like, dude, I was like never formally trained until I went to developmental. I was just working the indies for years. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't remember these training courses that we went to together, but okay.
Yeah, and where Carl was, it's like Kentucky, Indiana, Cincinnati.
Yeah, Kentuckiana, brother. Kentuckiana.
Yeah. Like, you can hit all 3 states within like 12 minutes of one another.
Yes, absolutely.
If you get it right. A reminder, guys, TalkNShopAMania. It's coming. TalkNShopAMania 2, rather. It's coming. It is Friday, November 13th on Fight TV. You got Impact Bound for Glory this Saturday. Or actually, it's November 13th. I said October 13th. November 13th on Fight TV, TalkNShopAMania 2. Although, if you all could time travel, that'd be pretty cool, too. I'm not going to rule it out for future TalkNShopAManias. Anything's possible.
Anything can happen. That's right, yeah. Anything can happen on TalkNShopAMania. They don't use that slogan anymore, so we're taking it over. Mid-90s slogan. Anything can happen on TalkNShopAMania 2. You
got to call the Michael Dawkins fella and just yank the trademarks like Conrad's doing. Brother.
Oh, Conrad and Dawkins are great.
Wizards.
I got, you know, the shoemaker firm that employs one Michael Dawkins, the wrestling lawyer, is a sponsor for TalkNShopAMania 2. How great is that?
I didn't even know. Look at that.
Yes, of course. I have to have a combo with Brother Dawkins on some TR stuff here when we get off this Zoom call. I don't know how it's going to go for me. We'll see.
Bound for Glory, October 24th. You can catch it on pay-per-view providers everywhere and Fight TV. But I got to ask you, what do you think of Sex Ferguson being animated? How do you feel?
Hang on a second. I'm a fucking cartoon, buddy! Yay, Sean Ross! boss at Fightful.com. There's something I am that you'll never be. 1, a wrestling legend, and 2, I'm animated. And if these listeners don't like that, I got one answer for them. If they can't hear this, let me turn it up for them. Fuck you, buddy! Yay!
Well, that wasn't the answer that I was expecting, but it's the answer that I got. Man.
Yeah, Sean, sorry about that. I turned around for 1 second, and this drunk bastard's in the room. It's unreal.
Well, I mean, I guess I could kind of expose to you the original pitch plan when I hit you up and I said, Gallows, I want to do an interview with you. I immediately messaged Carl and I said, I want you to run in. But we did this so abruptly, I couldn't do it. I couldn't just hit him up and be.
He couldn't get the run in, but Stex will sniff out a run in anywhere. He's going to send me a fucking invoice for $75 when I hang up. I'm sure of it.
Oh, my God. Well, is there anything else you want to let the people know before we go? That interruption has me thrown for a loop.
Interruption's terrible. As always, I love to do the cheap plugs. But, guys, make sure you're watching Bound for Glory this Saturday, October 24th, 8 p.m. on pay-per-view and on Fight TV. Obviously, TalkNShopAMania 2, November 13th. You can see that both ways. It starts at 10 p.m. Eastern. We're going to air the first half hour of Boozing with the Boys as the lead-in for free on Fight TV. So you can tune into that at 9:30. And then jump on over and TalkNShopAMania 2 is coming at you. Follow my social channels, _BigLG, Carlos at Machine Gun KA, and follow at TalkNShop. That is the podcast. It drops with a new episode every Sunday morning. You can hear what all we have going on, all of our zany bullshit, everything else like that. For merchandise, go to gallowsandanderson.com. breakneckgear.com or collarandelbowbrand.com. Sean, thank you, and sorry about Uncle Sex Ferguson.
I just wish you guys would work for a living.
I know, right? We got to get something going here. Too many off days, too much sleeping in.
I mean, those 90-day non-competes are up. You're not getting the paychecks anymore. Get off your ass.
That's right.
Do
it's time
something.
to go back to work.
Do something.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah, so if you guys... Lastly, I have to plug this just because I can't believe it actually happened. If you didn't see the Good Brothers article in The Entrepreneur, check that out. Very, very proud of that. It dropped on, I believe, Monday or Tuesday. And then it went to #1 on their website. So we were the top entrepreneurs for the day, at least.
that is direct evidence of working for a living.
That's right. That's right. Well, man, thanks for having me on. Always a pleasure. I hope we talk again soon.
Guys, until next time, we're out.